In last week's video, we started with how to start a painting, which was great fun, and thank you so much. I've had such a brilliant response from it. It's wonderful. So many thanks for all your likes and your comments and your subscriptions. Tremendous. So this week we're going to carry on with it, and I was promising that I was going to do some acrylic over the top, which is what we're going to do. We actually started it, if you've seen it, we did it in watercolour and then did some pastels with it, which was an interesting process. So this week we're going to do some more to it, and I feel that it's important because we can start a painting often and then wonder what to do next. So this is the what to do next bit. So without further ado, let's get started. I've got my acrylic paints ready, and we're going to have a play with the painting, and it was this one. We'll start with this one first, and if we've got time, I'll go on to the second one. So this was all done, as you know, this was all done in watercolour, and I did a little bit of pastel over the top of it. So now we're going to see what happens if we put some acrylic over it. It's a wonderful thing when you're painting to experiment, to really connect with something creative inside you. And for me, this is what painting is all about. It helps me focus, it helps me balance myself up and, get into that zone, and all the cares of the world go away when I'm painting. So I hope the same thing happens to you. Why don't you let me know in the comments? Tell me what happens to you when you start painting. Did you get into that zone? Do you feel like you're in your own world, in your own bubble? So it would be great to hear, but let's get on with the painting. So I've put my palette together here with the colours, obviously, that I've used. I've got some different greens, olive green, viridian green, I've got some lovely teal, lemon yellow, some orange, and so that's where we're going to start. I've got a collection of different tools that I might use. I've got a flat brush, I've got one that's a little bit bigger, which is fun. I've got a couple of palette knives, and I've got a little roller. So, dependent on what we might do, I've got those at hand. So I'm going to start off with the flat brush, and looking at this, I think it'd be nice to have a little bit of texture on it. So when I'm looking at the colours, I'm kind of going to go near the colour. If it's not the same, it doesn't matter. But I feel that, it would be nice to do some texture on it. So I speeded up the video a little because otherwise we'll be here all afternoon. And, you can actually sort of see what I'm doing, just watching, layering this acrylic on to give it some nice effects, and really just to strengthen the picture up, which is, what the intention is, which is fantastic. And, at the end, you'll see what I actually do with this picture, which is quite amazing. So you'll have to stick around to see what happens, which is great. So, I hope that, this is inspiring you to really explore different ways of painting. Starting with the watercolour, using some pastels, going with acrylic. There's so many different ways that you can do this. You don't have to just do it one way. And I think this is one of the challenges that, a lot of people tend to get into, is that they try and do something over and over and over again, and then wonder why they're not getting anything different. So I really, when I started off the Heart and Soul Art Academy, it's really to help and encourage members to explore different mediums, different approaches, to see, what really fits with you, what do you resonate with. And I think that's so important. And in the Heart and Soul, I have a lot of different masterclasses covering all kinds of different things, from colour mixing, composition, doing a series, collage, plus a whole group of fabulous intuitive prompts and ideas and examples to really expand your horizons on your painting, to get the most from it, to enjoy it the most, because that's why we're doing it, isn't it? We're doing it because it gives us a lot of pleasure, and it's so relaxing, it's very healing. For me, my painting, particularly at the moment, is very much a healing journey. And to see what comes up. And that's one of the wonderful things. We don't know what's going to arise when we start this kind of work, and it's beautiful to see. So within the Heart and Soul Art Academy, we capitalize on this to help you and give you some really fantastic prompts and ideas and inspiration to expand your horizons. And I've now put up a video which is explaining everything that's in there, and you can do the first month for free to come and see if it's a good fit. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain, and to see if it's something that you could really benefit from. And so it's worthwhile going to have a look and having a play around with it. So back to this painting, you can see that I'm adding a lot more depth and colour with the acrylic, and getting some lovely textures and ideas for focal points up here with the red. Your eye can't help but go there. And obviously the two darker points here with the darker blue green. So the idea is for the eye to stay within the painting, to read the story. And it's interesting to know, when you look at it, what you get from the painting. What's your feeling about it? So let me know in the comments, because it's always interesting. Could it be a landscape? Is it just shapes to you? Tell me what you feel, because everybody sees it differently, and I think that's really magical. So I've really enjoyed doing this in two parts, with the watercolour and then with the acrylic. And it's been a really enjoyable experience for me. So now I'm going to add some finishing touches. It's all dry. I've got a few Stabilo crayons here which I might use, and I've got two black. This one is a Sharpie, and this one is a fine nib MP pen. So I just want to do a few of the finishing touches, so it's all done. So I've gone over this painting with the acrylic, so it's actually quite nice to add in some detail. All the detail always comes later. You don't want to be doing detail right at the beginning. As it changes, you can add things as you go. I'm not going to do very much, but I kind of feel that there's a few things that I can add, which again adds some interest. And what we're looking at is, as we mentioned before, the composition. Where is the eye going, and are you staying within the picture? So doing these little extras, helps that on its way. So just adding a few different marks in here just to define some edges. There's not very much, but again, it draws you in, and it helps with, to help you move around the picture. And the bit that I'm not massively happy with is this, and I'm going to just do some scribble over here just to make it more obvious and add a bit of interest to it. It's wonderful to just do a little bit of playing when you're, when you're at this stage. It helps to just add some fun things, make it really pop, which is what we want to do, and add some extra interest. Let's come over here a little, add some black here. Okay, I think we could say that that was now finished. So I'm very happy with how that's turned out, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Again, you can say how you feel about this process. Do, give me some feedback in the comments, which would be fantastic. And now it's quite good to have a look at the comparison. This is what it was in the watercolour, and now here it is with the acrylic. So you can see there's quite a difference. And now you see, if I turn it around the other way, it looks different again. And it's always worth doing this with your paintings, looking at them from different angles and seeing how it looks. And here's one, horizontally. Again, it looks very different. And then I put this in a print. And I think this is something that you can consider with the paintings that you like, that you can put them into prints. You can have them at any different sizes, and you can really change it up. So if you take one of your paintings that you really like, that you've done in your sketchbook, if you take a good photograph of it, you can put it in a print, and you can make it all different sizes, which is brilliant. So as we've done quite a lot already in this video, I'm going to save the next one for the next video coming up. And because I think there's been quite a lot to absorb and take in. And if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. And then you'd be lined up to watch the video when it comes out. And don't forget the link in the description for the heart and soul. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care. Lots of love. Bye for now.